thrilled to welcome you to the fifth episode of our podcast, Let's Talk. A heartfelt thank you to our new followers and subscribers. Please keep supporting us. Don't forget to follow and subscribe our channel. This podcast represents how we are going to showcase the inspiring stories of our guests. Without further ado, let's get started. It's Let's Talk, and I'm your host Aisha. Today with us we have Ms. Kareshma T. Kumar. Welcome and thank you for being here with us.
Pleasure to be with you.
Welcome, ma'am. With almost 2 decades of experience, she has led and transformed business across various industries. She has also been the director of digital technologies at a private sector and also has led projects among various industries and saved cost and customer satisfaction. In this journey, we'll dive deep into her journey and see how she has led success to technology. So, to start off, Ms. Karishma. So, from the background of yours, from CSE to MBA to product management and that to CRM, how have you aligned your academics with your profession?
I have an interesting story there. So, I always share it across. When I was doing my schooling, coming from a tier 2, tier 3 city, there was no plan as such. So, at that point of time, my family just expected me to get married when I turned 18 years, and then figure things out. So that's what my plan was. That my plan was to get married at 18 and be a housewife. But destiny had other plans. So I completed my BSc. Post that I did my MBA. After my MBA, most of my education has been on field, on the job trainings. But one thing that I do is every year I enroll myself into a specialized trainings. So sometimes, like couple of years back, I started on financial literacy, which is very important, both from business perspective and from personal perspective also. I've done AIML course to be in touch with what is happening in the emerging technology space. I go through a lot of leadership trainings. I go through a lot of small courses. So that is where, so even if you do your masters, your education should not stop there. So you continue your journey and learn new things. And because you are working, you get to implement also a lot of things.
So, as you said about your journey, it's truly remarkable. So, as a salesperson in 2006 to as a director now, so how have you aligned your inspiration and strengths?
Okay, it's a very interesting question. I never thought about that. When I started working as a sales, it was more about, it aligned with my education. I've done MBA in marketing and systems. So sales was the right thing for me to do because I never wanted to be in technology space. But as it has had it, when I started working as sales, I was in touch with a lot of customers. It gave me a lot of insights on what customer actually wants. And then because I was on field, I was able to connect to my peers, my colleagues, my channel partners. It gave me a lot of an idea of what works and what does not work, right? And then being a sales executive, I was using a lot of IT systems which were not contributing to what I want to achieve in my day to my life as a sales executive also. That's where I catapulted into an IT. So I looked at a lot of technology solutions that would be able to meet both my field customer and my operation requirements. That's how I got into IT. And then it has been journey since then. So I joined an IT team. I started managing channel partners. I started managing the CRM programs for them. I started looking at call center automations. I got into strategy where I was implementing group IT synergy programs. Then I joined a subsidiary where I had to develop or implement IT from scratch. And right now, like you said, being a general, I joined my last company as a general manager, and now I'm a director there.
Yeah.
So it has been, scalability. So it all depends upon what value you're bringing to the business. Lot of technology leaders can't connect to business.
Sure.
And what helped me was that I'm able to understand both technology and business.
Yeah.
And that has been my growth story till now.
That's truly strategical and also aspiring. So when it takes me back to my school days, so I had to handle a like college project in the sense. So it was really very hard for me to give feedbacks and suggestions to my teammates. Like it faced a lot of it was like a criticism. Like how do you give constructive criticism to your staffs members?
Again, a very interesting question, because nobody wants to give a negative feedback.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody wants to listen to also negative feedback. But those feedback are the one who would give you the improvements that you require, right? So whenever I am communicating to my teammates, or even when I'm talking to my leadership team, we have to follow one structure, and that structure is you always start with a good. Like, you are doing good in these area. I am very appreciative about your performance there. But these are the areas that you could also look out to improve so that you can go to the next level. So always start with a good, give a feedback that needs an improvement, and help them to, have an action plan to, achieve that improvement plan. So that's the structure that I follow.
So have you faced any situation like this, like when you felt really embarrassed and then like sorted it out?
In fact, most of my managers, I'm like, don't tell me good. Please tell me something negative, something that I need to improve on. So you need to always, push to get criticism, because that's the only way that you can grow.
Yeah.
One more thing that I've not faced or embarrassed, but I'm a very observant. Okay, so in my day-to-day dealing with my colleagues, my peers, my customers and all, I'm very observant in terms of what are they saying and what are they not saying to me. So that's where I capture those moments of improvements, and that's how you develop it.
Truly nice. As you said, you're an observant person. So do you have any specific key factors like industries need to follow?
Regarding?
Like the way you work, the market strategies like that.
Okay. One thing I think all of us need to think about, and all of us need to inculcate, is the the working culture.
Yeah.
So when you get up in the morning, you should be excited to come to work, right? So creating an opportunities of growth, creating an opportunities of learning, and most important thing is respecting. So even if you are dealing with a fresher, right? So they have come up with lot of expectations. So
Sure.
as a manager, you need to ensure that you respect them also, right? And at the same time, you are enabling them also. So there has to be somewhere respect and empowerment are two things I think it is very critical for us and the industries to enable, so that the users can take, the people can go to the next level. And my philosophy is that everybody has some strength.
Sure.
As a manager, we need to identify what
Their
are their
strengths.
strengths and build on that strengths, right? I am not scared about hiring smarter people than me,
Okay.
right? Because my overall mission is that I want to make myself redundant in a team, so that my team is able to do what I do, and I can move to the next level of working. So it's good to hire smart people,
Yeah.
because then they take over your work and you have time to do something more productive, more strategic.
Yeah, that's really nice. So it will be really helpful for any type of business, right? So how do you categorize business under like customer and targeted audience?
To be very honest, I don't segregate between a customer and targeted audience as such. The reason being, everyone is your customer. Like for example, I'm in IT, right?
Yeah.
My business users are my customers. My customers are my customers.
Yeah.
My channel partners are also my customers, because they are the ones who are using my
Yeah.
systems. At the end of a day, even if I look towards my leadership team also, they are also my customers because they are also expecting me to deliver something. At home, your husband is also your customer because you
Yeah,
are
you
feeding them
manage.
with good food. Your kids are also your customers. So when you go with that outlook,
Yeah.
that that just changes it.
So now, as we spoke to the customer side, now
Mhm.
let's flip the coin towards the employee side. Like, how do you manage the employee job satisfaction and work-life balance?
In a world where everybody is connected 24/7 now, it's very important to uh, enable a work-life balance. Uh, at the same time, you might have heard about Mr. Narayan Murthy talking about 70 hours.
Yeah,
Uh, our Modi works 100 hours,
yeah, yeah.
right? So there is a lot of expectations there. But if you look at the industry, we are hiring somebody to work for 40 hours.
Yeah,
You expect them to work for 70 hours and 100 hours. Why will they work for you? They will work for you only when you have a bigger
particular motive.
vision, right? You want to do something good. They connect to your vision, they connect to your mission. Only then they will also contribute. So it's important to partner with employees,
Yeah.
make them see the bigger picture, where the organization is heading, what problem we are trying to solve, you know. Uh, and on basis on that, when they feel connected, then there is no work stress.
Yeah,
Then everybody
will
will
be satisfied.
contribute. So that's the structure that we need to follow. But yes, from technology point of view, we as IT leaders, we have a lot of responsibilities to keep on automating the manual repeated tasks that are non-value added,
Yeah.
so that the humans are free to work on something where they really see adding value. So automation, digitalization comes very important to automate those processes so that employees can focus on what matters.
It's actually amazing to hear. As being as a director, like
Mhm.
what expectations do you have from a HR team that a fresher should have? Basic skills.
I already touched upon an area where I said everybody has a strong point. We need to
Yeah.
just find out that and help them. So you cannot categorize everybody into the same space. What I expect when an HR hires a team for me is I want somebody who's a problem solver. I don't want people to come to me with a problem, but I would be delighted if they come to me with a saying, Karishma, I have this problem. These are the solutions that I'm thinking about. Can you help me choose which solution is right?
Yeah.
Right? So somebody who has that attitude. And other thing, like we said, right, when you have greater good to achieve, when you have a mission to achieve, there is always need of somebody who will go the extra mile,
Yeah.
right? So that's what matters. And for me also, if you look at uh, what I do day to day is my KPI. I don't expect to be promoted for doing my KPIs. That's my job.
Yeah.
What additional that I'm delivering,
I
that
get
will
you.
something that needs to be
Noticed.
noticed and promoted on. So I expect the same thing from my
Yeah.
team
Teams
also,
also.
that you are hired to do XY job, that's your job. But let's look at how well you collaborate,
Yeah.
how much benefit you are able to deliver, right? How much you are able to communicate. So that becomes a somebody who's a go-getter for me. So that's my expectations from the HR.
So that will be really helpful for us. So we have a lot of viewers like
Mhm.
colleges and professionals. So
Mhm.
do you have any piece of advice for them lastly?
I think I covered that already in our sessions, but I'll let me mention that. So technology is evolving,
Yeah.
and it is the first expectation from you is you understand your technology well, you do the technology well, and you keep on learning, because today we launch something and there's something new coming in. So that expectation is that you keep on learning. So that is there, but at the same time, you continue to be a problem solver,
Yeah.
and you continue to be an extra mile. Never say no to a learning opportunity.
Sure.
So that will take you much, much ahead.
So that was a great time talking to you, Miss Karishma. Our viewers would have got a lot of insights through this. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So until next time, keep watching Let's Talk. It's me, Aisha, signing off. Subscribe our channel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.